bright future.
Time to take the next big step. Classes can fill up quickly, so enroll today at icangotocollege.com.
Hey, this is Mario Lopez, and right now, in your neighborhood, there's a crisis affecting kids, schools, and communities. With half of our children and adolescents struggling with varying degrees of mental health challenges, something needs to be done. California is leading the way to better lives with a certified wellness coach program, specifically created to improve the emotional well-being of our children, our families, and our community. Let's spread the wellness.
Sponsored by California Department of Healthcare Access and Information. Ignite something inside of you. As the light elevated state of being. Days of pure inspiration. And tonight, they're simply electric. Feel thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM. I'm working in a job that I love.
Because I was given a chance.
Yo, the mind disability
Is only one part of who I am.
Who I am.
For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
It matters where you get your news. Stay connected with KFBK News Radio.
Walter M. Sterling hosted radio and saw household physicians capable of enriching the lives of millions.
Oh my gosh, look at this. It's the grown-up time of year. It's the serious time. It's just you and me. 18-wheeler, 4-wheeler. It's just us, 14 inches away from the speaker. I'm 14 inches away from the microphone. This is the most intimate medium. Coming up, I'm going to share with you the secret to career success at the holidays. Plus, the mystery solved. How long does the food last when you put it in the kid's lunchbox? Dr. Dave with the weather.
Sterling on Sunday weather from Miami to Mendocino. This is meteorologist Dr. Dave Iser. That same upper-level vigorous storm system that was slow to move and brought rain to California is finally going to move and intensify over the Central Plains and Great Basin and will send a wave of inclement weather rapidly from west to east across the country, unfortunately, just in time to help snarl Thanksgiving travel plans. At the same time, an Arctic cold front out of Canada will provide colder air to cause a wintry mix of precipitation into the upper Midwest on Tuesday and into New England later on in the week. For the big cities of New York, Philly, Pittsburgh, and Washington, look for sunny skies and chilly temperatures. Highs only in the 40s until we get rain that moves in on Tuesday and Wednesday and again on Saturday and Sunday. But sunny skies in Monaco with a high of just about 60 degrees. This is meteorologist Dr. Dave Iser with weather reports at 6:36 past every hour, only right here on Sterling on Sunday.
Sterling on Sunday, tonight.
Get ready to stand behind an elderly person pulling out random change. Details later. People at Walmart Sterling at night.
Dan and Becky Gaffney here. We had to take one of our kids to the hospital this week, and that's when we realized sometimes the medical community can be a little judgmental against dads.
Coming up tonight on Sterling on Sunday.
We have a police attack, a monkey attack, a nephew attack, and a dog gets baptized. For Sterling on Sundays, I'm James Parker. That's all coming up on today's Florida Stories.
Las Vegas Raiders superfan and stripper gets banned. Details later. Strippers on the loose. Sterling at night.
Hi, I'm retired New York City Police Detective Vic Ferrari, and on this week's episode of Confessions of a Retired NYPD Detective, I talk about one of my former partners, the 6'5", 350-pound Chinese detective who I affectionately named Bok Choy, and he referred to me as Lo Fan, which means evil white ghost. Coming up in moments on Sterling on Sunday.
Tonight, and you on the toll-free 888-688-WALT.
Walter M. Sterling, live on Sunday night. Is there another show that's live Lifetime movie marathon. You can either watch the Lifetime movie marathon, or you can watch the airplane crashes forever, constantly, over and over again. You don't have to go to any Thanksgiving. But let me give you the best piece of career advice. I hope you'll embrace this and hold on to it for dear life. The holiday party that your business puts on has nothing to do with you. The smartest thing to do about a holiday party, and let me know if you think I'm right. I'm right. The smartest thing you can do at a holiday party is to go in about 20 minutes after it starts, look for the host, whoever is signing the approval for the expense of the holiday party. Walk up to them, shake her hand, and say, "Thank you so much for this party. It looks great. The food's terrific. I love working at this company." She will thank you and be all smiles, and then slowly back away from her, mingle into the crowd, disappear into the crowd, and then disappear out the exit. Nothing good happens at a holiday party, especially with you. The way you behave, the way you're known, you don't want any more gossip. You want to be there. You don't want people to say, "Well, why didn't she come to the holiday party?" You don't want that. You want to make sure the host knows you were there, and then you want to leave and go home and watch the airplane crash shows or binge watch the Lifetime channel. That's my experience with holiday parties. How about yours? 888-688-WALT, 888-688-WALT. Walter M. Sterling, good evening. Now, I have a personal dilemma, a problem. My 18-year-old daughter, on her own, decided that what she needed on her God-perfect, beautiful body, face, was a tattoo. Now, did she say, "Hey, Dad, do you think I should get a tattoo?" Did she call her mother or her grandmother and say, "Do you think I need a tattoo?" No. She decided on her own to get a tattoo because it would make her happy. And then, how did I find out? I got a FaceTime phone call with her and her older sister. Her older sister wanted to witness this, wanted to witness my reaction to a tattoo of a perfect child. She got a tattoo of her cat, of her black and white cat. She had it on her arm. And when on this FaceTime call, my daughter said, "Do you want to see it, Dad? Do you want to see this?" I said, "No, I have to process this first. Let me process this. And in fact, why don't you show it to your grandmother first, and then let her tell me about the tattoo?" Or, back when I was rich, we had a nanny. This was a world-class nanny. Now, we lived in Manhattan. Many people who don't live in Manhattan think somehow that it's a great luxury to have a nanny. It is not. It is a necessity to have a nanny in Manhattan. If you ever want to leave your house, you have to have a nanny. We had a nanny. This was a world-class nanny, a wonderful woman who had very clear morality, who had very distinct rules for my children and for me, mind you, that we all had to behave. But she passed away recently. It was very sad, and we miss you very much. I said to Meredith, I said, "Well, I'll tell you what, next time you're in the car, why don't we drive past Ann's grave, and then you could show me your tattoo." What do you think about that? My fear in life, my friend, and I need your help and advice with this. How do I prevent her from getting another tattoo? That is
Medishare members aren't forced to pay for things they don't support or believe in, and that's a big deal for a lot of people right now. They want their money to actually help people. And one more reason, you can trust Medishare. It's been a gold standard for healthcare sharing for more than 25 years. It works, and members love it too. It has double the customer satisfaction rating compared to health insurance. So now's a great time to consider making the switch, and they're very easy to talk to. Medishare has great customer service. You can even get a price within 10 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-SHARE-40. That's 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE-40.
Yes, study found that 33% of 44 herbal supplements had no trace of the advertised herb. Don't let that happen to you. Hi, this is Dr. Mitch. If you want to ensure quality, please go to toolwellness.com. Supplements made for physicians, only now available to you. Toolwellness.com. Helping you to learn to feel good and enjoy total wellness.
Increase fuel economy up to 7.9% with Hot Shot Secret Gasoline Extreme. The solution to maximize your engine's performance and fuel economy. Whether you're driving a sports car or a daily commuter, Gasoline Extreme is specially formulated with DEA to deep clean. Don't settle for an average driving experience. Upgrade to Hot Shot Secret Gasoline Extreme and go further on each tank. Order now on Amazon or HotShotSecret.com. Hot Shot Secret, powered by science.
NHL star Matt Martin for American Humane. Hi.
Your name is Edwin Aldrin, and yesterday you became the second person to walk on the moon. Now it's time to return home. As you prepare to leave, you notice a switch is snapped off. It's the circuit breaker that arms the main engine for liftoff. Thinking fast, you jam the tip of your pen into the switch, reactivating the breakers, and leave the cold lunar surface for home. In most cases, you don't need to improvise your way out of a problem, and most furnace repairs are not rocket science. Any technician can do it. Unless your problem was unexpected or unusual in nature, then you need a mapper. Someone with a higher level of experience to find solutions that might not be in the manual. That's who we are. Maverick Electric Heating and Air. Calling us means you'll never be left alone in the cold. Just like you, Buzz, we always find a way. Visit callamaverick.com.
Building up better Sacramento. KSBK, Sacramento News Radio. Hi, it's Dan Gaffney.
And I'm Becky Gaffney.
Tales of life with our 8 kids in our old house. We had to take one of our boys to the doctor and then the hospital for testing. But it reminded us of a few things.
Doctors sometimes think that mom should be the one carting the kids around and doing all of the things, and that dad babysits.
I don't like it when I'm with my kids and they say I'm babysitting. No, it's called fathering.
Parenting, it's what you do. And I really don't like it when it's in the medical community or in places where, people would expect you to actually come up and parent and do those kinds of things, whether you're a mother or a father.
I took one of our children when he was a newborn to get the 1-week blood test about a week after his birth, I think.
I think so, close, yeah.
And I got the 3rd degree. Well, where's his mother? Where is the mom? You were not well.
I was very ill, and it would have been impossible for me to have had him there, and he had to go have this done. So, of course, Dad does it.
And, of course, I've been to this room. This is my 8th child.
Right.
I think I know what I'm doing, but why are they doing that? I'm the parent. They know I'm the parent, but they're still saying, well, where's mom? Why isn't mom here? How are you doing this? What?
All right, and we're just going to say this doesn't just relate to us. Let's go back to what happened this week. We went in. It was a sensitive issue where maybe you don't want mom in the room. So mom steps out of the room. I'm there. I step out of the room, but we're both there parenting, and he gets the 3rd degree. He's getting questioned while I'm sitting in the waiting room, and a medical professional comes up and says to the people sitting next to me, because it's a man and his child, well, where's mom? Why didn't mom bring him today? Does it matter? Would you say that if a woman is bringing a kid to the doctor? I have never been asked, where's dad? Why isn't dad with you? Does dad know what's going on? It's the strangest thing. It's almost equivalent to people saying in the store, "Are you babysitting your child today?" when a dad is alone with the child. Almost equivalent, except I would expect more from doctors.
Not all sexism is toward women. That's one of the points we're making here today.
Really what it comes down to is you're perpetuating the idea that all a mom can do is cart a kid around and make sandwiches, and all a dad can do is be absentee.
Follow me on Facebook, Dan Gaffney Show.
Look for me on Instagram as Just Being Mom.
Dan and Becky, Sterling on Sunday.
You know, that's absolutely right, and it didn't even occur to me till just now. I used to take my kids to a pediatric dentist. He was an older, traditional dentist, but he was a pediatric dentist, and they loved him. I'll never forget a couple times when he said, you know, this one needs an orthodontist. This one should be seen by an orthodontist. And I was there alone with the kids, and he said a couple times, he said, give the information to mom. Give the information to mom. And it didn't dawn on me till just now, listening to the Gaffneys, that what he was saying was that he was uncomfortable with the kids being brought there with just dad. And I was on my best behavior, so it wasn't me. It could have been me, but in this particular case, it was not. But that's true. A lot of people are uncomfortable if just the dad shows up, and especially with Dan Gaffney, who has 8 kids, how could they be uncomfortable with that? I'm Walter M. Sterling. Good evening. This is Sterling on Sunday. My phone number is 888-688-WALT, 888-688-9258, and I need your advice. About 2 weeks ago, my 18-year-old decided that it was a good idea to get a tattoo. Now, no one else in our family that I know of has a tattoo, not even people who are in the military. No one has a tattoo. We're coming up on Thanksgiving when all of her cousins and all of her real aunts and uncles will be there, and they're going to find out. She's going to find out. She would have found out sooner, but she couldn't hear anybody saying that the kid has a tattoo. My fear is that she'll get a second tattoo. 1 was bad enough. 2, not okay. Now, what do you have against tattoos, Walter? What do you have against them? I'll tell you exactly what I have against them. I have nothing against them on an 18-year-old. Problem is, they're permanent. And there's nothing more terrifying than seeing a rattlesnake going up the thigh of a woman at the swimming pool when they're 58. Now, she doesn't have a rattlesnake. She has a small picture of a cat on her arm, but that can only lead to more trouble. How do I convince her? What do I say to not make it an act of rebellion to get another tattoo? How do I prevent another tattoo? 888-688-WALT, 888-688-WALT.